What is going on YouTube? And guess what, folks? The Milwaukee Bucks are the 2021 NBA champions. Let me say it again. The Milwaukee Bucks are 2021 NBA champions. And I'm going to talk about how they got there. It's taken me till now to finally believe that they are champions. I've woke up from my dream. They're champions. I watched the parade today, and it was super exciting, and finally started to believe that my favorite basketball team, the Milwaukee Bucks, won the championship this year. So let's talk about it. So going into this series, the Phoenix Suns, their opponent, were looking for their first NBA championship in franchise history. Their two previous trips to the finals were in 1976. Where they lost to the Celtics in 6, and then 1993, where they lost to the Bulls in 6. That Michael Jordan and those guys. As for the Bucks, they were seeking their first NBA championship in 50 years. They won the title in 1971 over the Bullets in 4, and they lost to the Celtics in 7 games in 1974. So both these teams had lost to the Celtics in the finals in the past. So yeah, let's get into the 6 games here of this series. Where the Phoenix Suns took Game 1, 118-105, led by Chris Paul, who had 32 points and 9 assists for Phoenix. CP3 shot 12 for 19 from the field. Devin Booker had 27 points, and Mikal Bridges added 14. Giannis Antetokounmpo made an unlikely return in Game 1 of the finals here after he suffered an injury in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Atlanta Hawks. In Giannis's return, he had 20 points, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Chris Middleton had 29 points on 12 for 26 shooting. And then Brook Lopez scored 17 on 7 for 14 shooting in the loss. On to Game 2, the Bucks again lost, and they went down 0-2 to the Suns as Phoenix won 118-108. The Suns made 23s in this one. They were led by Devin Booker, who had 31 points. He was 7 for 12 from 3. Chris Paul had 23 points. He was 3 for 5 from downtown. Bridges was 3 for 9 from 3. Crowder was 3 for 5. Cam Johnson was 2 for 4. And Torrey Craig was 2 for 3 from downtown. And speaking of Torrey Craig, before I continue, I just want to say he was going to win a ring no matter what in these finals because he did play, I believe, 18 games for the Bucks earlier this season before he was traded to the Suns back in March or April. I can't remember the exact date, but he was traded to the Suns. So Torrey Craig wins a ring no matter what. In this game, Giannis scores 42 points in the loss, so this was his first 40-point game in the finals. But Bucks take the loss. All right, on to Game 3. Series shifts to Milwaukee from Phoenix, and the Bucks bounce back. They win by 20 points, 120-100 over the Suns. Back-to-back 40-point performances by Giannis Antetokounmpo, as I alluded to. He scored 40 in his last game, and now he scores 40 again. And in this game, Giannis had 41 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Just a massive performance by the Greek Freak. Giannis was 14 for 23 from the field. That is 60.9%. And he was 13 for 17 from the free throw line, shooting 76.5%. Hoping he can do that on a nightly basis in the next season. I really am. Jrue Holiday and Chris Middleton add 21 and 18 points respectively for Milwaukee. Book was only able to score 10 points for the Suns. He shot 3 for 14, just a putrid performance by Devin Booker. Chris Paul was the leading scorer for the Suns with 19. Crowder and Ayton both had 18 points respectively. Game 4, Bucks win once again, 109-103, protecting the home court at Fiserv Forum. Antetokounmpo had a big block in this one of DeAndre Ayton. I'll probably have a picture of it. And yeah, you can watch that. Watch that on YouTube. That was amazing. That was one of the plays of the year. And then Chris Middleton had a 40-point performance. So we go from back-to-back 40-point performances from Giannis to a Chris Middleton 40-point performance. And to go along with that, Devin Booker went toe-to-toe with Middleton, scoring 42 points in the loss for Phoenix. So yeah, this game was very entertaining. And yeah, the Bucks were able to tie up the series at 2 games apiece. Middleton, as I mentioned, he scored 40 points. He also had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Giannis had 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists in this one. I believe that's right. And then DeAndre Ayton only had 6 points in this game. That was embarrassing. And Chris Paul only had 10. So 2 terrible games from the other Phoenix Suns stars as the Bucks tie up the series. Going back to Phoenix now for Game 5. Milwaukee steals one on the road. It is the swing game of the series, and it is also the Jrue Holiday game as the Bucks take it in Phoenix at the newly named Footprint Arena. 123-119. Bucks win. Bucks win on the road. I'll say it again. This was the difference. This game was the difference in the series. It swung it in the Bucks' favor. The Suns shot the ball 74% from the field as a team in the first quarter, 14 for 19 on field goals, and they were down 16 points after a quarter. But the Bucks were able to flip the script. They were able to overcome a 16-point deficit in the second quarter that the Suns had built. And Jrue Holiday led the way in this one. He had 27 points, 4 rebounds, 13 assists, and 3 steals. And he had a huge one where he took it away from, I believe it was Devin Booker, towards the end of the game to seal the game. So massive defense by Chris Middleton. And he also had Chris Middleton did play good defense, but I was talking about Jrue Holiday. Really good defense by Jrue Holiday with 3 steals and a block. And yeah, just really it didn't all show up in the box score for Jrue. What he was able to do throughout this game and throughout this series and throughout the playoffs and the entire season, really. Jrue Holiday was a great defender. That's why he was named first team all defense along with the Greek Freak, who scored 32 points in Game 5. And then cash money, Chris Middleton had 29 points in this one. Pat Connaughton had 14 big points off the bench, and he hit 4 threes in this game as well. Devin Booker scored 40 points again, but it wasn't enough for the Suns. And the Bucks went home with a chance to clinch the NBA Finals in 6, as Brandon Jennings prophesied 8 years ago. So, the aforementioned Game 6, the Bucks took it 105-98 to win the NBA title, and this game to me is going to be known as the 50-piece or the 50-piece chicken McNugget because Giannis scored a whopping 50 points in this one to power the Bucks for a championship. And then afterward, he went to Chick-fil-A and he ordered a 50-piece chicken McNugget meal with a half Sprite and a half lemonade with no ice. That was legendary. You can check that out on YouTube too. That was absolutely legendary. Giannis did that after the game to go along to celebrate his 50-point performance and helping lead his team to their second championship in franchise history. But anyways, another big thing Giannis did was he shot 17 for 19 from the charity stripe in this game. He was 89.5% from the field. He turned into Steph Curry from the free throw line. But no, Giannis just did him. He did him. He was able to hit his free throws. He had 5 blocks in this game. Just incredible. For 14 rebounds. 4 of them were offensive and then 2 assists. I don't even know how to describe this performance. It was a historic performance for the Greek Freak and the Bucks. Cash Money Middleton had a big 2 down the stretch to help seal the win for the Bucks. 2 important threes by Jrue Holiday, and he played good defense throughout, as he does. And I haven't mentioned P.J. Tucker, but he played good defense throughout as well. And then Brook Lopez had a ferocious dunk. That was one of the highlights for me in this one. And then Bobby Buckets Portis, or BP, had 16 points. He was 6 for 10 from the field. He made 2 out of his 5 threes in this one. Great job by Bobby, just bringing energy all series long. And then for the Suns, Chris Paul had 26, Booker had 19, and DeAndre Ayton had 5 fouls in this game, along with Bobby Portis. But yeah, the Suns came up short in this one, as the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championship. What more can I say besides this was a historic NBA Finals and a historic playoff run by the Bucks, Everybody played their role. Giannis was a Greek god of basketball. He was the MVP of the finals. Did everything he could to will his team to win in this series. He battled injury. He battled adversity all season long, and it was impressive to see. Chris Middleton, he was clutch. That's really all I have to say about Chris. He was clutch. He had big shots when they needed to. Jrue Holiday was the first team all-defender and third option that the Bucks needed. Brook Lopez was the anchor in the middle, even when he was dropping back and not covering guys. He was a good defender at times for the Bucks, and he provided us plenty of highlights in this series. PJ Tucker, man, he's a dog along with everybody else on this team. Even when PJ is not scoring, he's making an impact. And then you got Pat Connaughton hitting big shot after big shot off the bench. Bobby Buckets Portis bringing the energy off the bench for the Bucks. And then one more guy I want to mention. I know everybody else matters in this for the Bucks. It wasn't just down to one guy, but I gotta mention Dante Divacenzo. He stuck it out the whole way throughout the playoffs, even after he went down with an injury in round 1. Yeah, props to Dante for sticking with his team. And props to the team for lifting him up. And yeah, once again, congratulations. I don't know if I said this, but congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks for winning the 2021 NBA championship. And I really don't know how to wrap up this video besides with that, really. Actually I do. Well, to wrap this up, I'll say it one more time. Bucks in 6. See you all in my next video, and see you next season, folks. What a great NBA season it was. And yeah, that's going to finally wrap it up. I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody.